Hello, good afternoon, everybody. My name is Johnny Rodriguez. I'm with the Illinois Department of Revenue. Today we'll be going over a position known as the Public Service Administrator title. Um, this position is assigned to be a broadband for all middle management positions located in all state agencies under the governor's office. It's a full-line supervisors and principally engage with work that is substantially different than their subordinates. They act in independent judgment, carrying out effective recommendation authorities to hire, transfer, suspend, lay off, recall, promote, or discharge, direct reward, or discipline employees to adjust their grievances. Other public service administrator positions may act in confidential labor relations capacity, assisting or serving agencies' labor relations managers, or by having authorized access to information concerning the review or implementation of the employees' collective bargaining policies. Some desirable requirements for this position it depends on the position itself. It's related to the position's duties and responsibilities. Those are defined by the agencies and are approved by the Director of Central Management Services. Some required knowledge and skills of development up to 4 years of college. So either have 4 years of college or equivalent to 4 years of college. Some of them are more specific, where they require you to have a bachelor's. It is certain majors such as marketing, accounting, business, public administration. So I'll be reviewing all public service administration's opportunities with Illinois Department of Revenue. The Illinois Department of Revenue has 10 different PSA options available. There are depending on which program area you'll be assigned to. We have 6 different program areas with the state of Illinois Department of Revenue: taxpayer services, account processing, collections, audit, criminal investigation, and legal. I'll be covering all 10, little brief coverage on what is needed for each. The one position that all agencies under the governor's office have is the Public Service Administrator, option 1. This position requires you to have mental equivalent completion of 4 years of college with coursework in business or public administration. It does require you to have equivalent up to 3 years of progressive responsibility administrative experience in the public sector or in a business private entity. This position is most common with all agencies throughout the state of Illinois. These are general administrative and business marketing, labor, and personnel type of positions. You will find these positions specifically here with Department of Revenue when we post them on our work for Illinois workfor.illinois.gov for these positions are where we posted. You'll just have to make sure that it's the option 1. The option 2, these are for some areas that require specific accounting principles. So some of our departments like audit, they require you to have knowledge of accountancy. So they will have on the posting that will say that you need 4 years of college with coursework in accounting and finance. So you'll get disqualified if you don't have that on your resume and you don't answer those questions on your application process. So for this one's very specific. It's for somebody who has experience in accounting or finance. It also requires you to have experience in administrative or public sector. So if you've worked in the private sector and you work in accounting and bookkeeping, any of that, that's the type of information you would like to have on your application process. Specifically, when they ask you how many years of experience, you want to make sure you have that on your application and that matches on your resume. So if on your resume you state that you only have 1 year with one company and 2 years with a different company, and it totals out to 3 years, we will give you credit for it, but you have to make sure you have that information on your resume. The other options we have are option 2C. This option is more targeted, and this one requires the person to have a master's degree, specifically in economics. Some program areas will require you to have just a bachelor's, but for this one specifically, you're required to have a master's degree. This one will work in our research department. This position traditionally works out of the Chicago office. We do have other opportunities out of our main headquarters, which is in Springfield. But for this one, most of these positions are here in the Chicagoland area. As of today, we don't have any of these opportunities available today, but we constantly post them on our website. So please sign up to receive text message alerts when these opportunities become available. Uh, Another option that we have with Illinois Department of Revenue is our option 3. This is more specific for IT. Although this position will be directly with Department of Revenue, this position will be hired directly with the Department of Innovation Technology. That agency who is the one that does all the IT information systems for all agencies under the governor's office. So this position will be posted for us, but they will be hired directly to the Department of Innovation Technology. So anybody who has a degree in computer science or master's in computer science, they might be interested in learning about this position. This position by itself, you would need to be able to look it through the work.illinois.gov website. Um, this position is only available to those um, when they're available on the system. So you might be interested in the position because this is management, but sometimes it's not available. So you have to wait until it becomes available. So that's why it's very important to make sure that you sign up to receive the text message alerts, email alerts. Specifically, you're looking to do something in this section. As I said, although this position will be working with Department of Revenue offices, this position is going to be filled by the Department of Innovation Technology. Within the Department of Revenue, we also have a criminal investigation team. Within that criminal investigation team, this is where our option 7 and option 7A are posted. These public service administrator positions will be, say, public service administrator with option 7 and option 7A. The main difference between the 7 and the 7A is that 7A, you had to have sworn officer experience, so you already had to have been a police officer. Well, option 7, you just need to have the education, so either have the criminal justice degree or have some aspect work in the field. So let's say if you work in Department of Corrections and you have some experience of investigations, you'll be able to apply with a 7. But if you are a sworn officer, you'll be able to apply with 7A. Those that are interested in criminal investigations, they work directly with like our internal affairs department. They have different management opportunities. Understand that all these opportunities become available as people move forward or as new departments are open. As of today, I don't have this opportunity. We did have one available a couple of days ago. It just closed. It was a supervisor position for this one. The other options we have with Department of Revenue is a certified public accountant. So let's say you're already a certified public accountant in the private sector, and you want to get into a management position, and you want to utilize the CPA with us. You'll have to look for a public service administrator position with an option 8C in order to be able to apply and have your CPA be utilized as far as what your knowledge is and your experience. Um, this position does work in our audit department and some of our other departments. Uh, we have, I believe, for this position, we currently have 4, but we have none of this currently posted. We will be having some of these posts coming up, so I will look forward to be able to sign up for those text message alerts and emails alerts when they become available. Our other position that it's widely needed through all state agencies, not only with Department of Revenue, are those on 8L. This position requires you to have some legal experience, either have the possession of a valid law license and certification from the Special Attorney General's office, or graduation from a recognized school of law and a valid license to practice law in the state of Illinois. Uh, these positions are not only needed with Department of Revenue, but some of the other agencies. Once again, this is a widespread position that is needed through all other agencies. So we constantly are posting these positions. Although the position says Public Service Administrator, well, you'll see a lot of the times it'll be called Technical Advisor. Some people who work in IT, they might think it's IT position. Unfortunately, at this time, the title for ours is Technical Advisor, but in reality is a legal position. The other position we have available is option 9A. This one requires you to have a bachelor's degree in auditing, business management, public administration, economics, accounting, or any related fields. It does require you to have 4 years of professional auditing experience. Um, like I said, we do have an audit program area. This is where these management positions comes to be. So a lot of people either become the certified internal auditor option 9A or the certified information system auditor option 9B. This information system auditor will be assigned to the account processing area. This one also requires you to have a bachelor's coursework in auditing, business management, administration, economics, accounting, or related subject fields. Uh, with all these titles that are in the Public Service Administrator, they are not under the bargaining union. So these positions are outside the bargaining union because you'll be in leadership positions and you'll be leading those that are in the union. So if anybody has any questions regarding these positions, please utilize the chat box. We'll be able to answer those. Um, but if anybody currently is looking for any positions that are posted through our system, understand that all our titles are posted through our main page, and it will redirect you to workfor.illinois.gov. So if you specifically want to work with the state of Illinois Department of Revenue, I encourage you to go to the taxillinois.gov. Under the About IDOR link, you will go down to Career Opportunities tab. That will direct you to our current job openings and our current job postings through work.illinois.gov. This webpage is what all state agencies under the governor's office utilizes. Um, this page, you're able to separate based on agency, based on title. So let's say somebody's into healthcare, you're able to look at positions in healthcare. If you're looking for public service administrator in healthcare, you put public service administrator, healthcare. If you're looking for public service administrator in accounting, public service administrator in accounting. If it's legal, public service administrator in legal. And that's kind of how you're able to navigate and see what opportunities are currently available. Once you set up a profile on workfor.illinois.gov, you're going to need to upload your resume, upload your transcripts, upload your cover letter, and upload any pertinent documents that have your certifications or information that we're able to score based on your experience. Once you set up a profile, we will be able to reach out to you via email and letting you know when these opportunities become available. So let's say an opportunity is not available now and it becomes available in 2 weeks, 3 months, you'll receive an email letting you know, hey, this opportunity is available, please apply. These positions are only posted on the system anywhere between 10 to 15 business days. If you don't apply by the end of the 15 business day and it says, please apply by 11:59 of that last day, and you haven't applied, you won't be able to apply for that position. So it's very important to keep in mind the date of these postings, because at the end of the day, if you don't apply during that time frame, the posting closes, you won't be able to apply, and you're gonna have to wait for the next time to the posting to be open. That could be in 6 months, and that could be in 3 years. So a lot of times, what I tell people is to make sure to keep up with those postings. This page, once you go into our tax.illinois.gov and you go into our career employments page, it's going to have other links, such as sign up for job alerts. We're going to send you the job alerts whenever opportunities become available with Department of Revenue. As of today, the Illinois Department of Revenue has a relocation program. So anybody moving into our headquarters area, down into the Springfield location, you got to live more than 75 miles away from the Springfield location, and we'll be able to cover up to $1,500 from your moving expenses. This means that you utilize a moving company, and the moving company gave you a receipt, and we're going to be able to cover up to $1,500. So if you have your friends or family members help you, and then you tell us, yeah, we utilize the moving company, but you're not able to provide us a receipt, we're not going to be able to cover those. So this is a great program. It gives you the ability to be able to move to Springfield. Our headquarters is in Springfield. That's where we have most of our positions. We have about 1,100 employees. The picture you see on here, that's where our office is at in Springfield. We do have 6 other locations through the state of Illinois. Uh, our biggest location, as I said, it is Springfield. That's down in Sangamon County. Our second biggest office is Chicago. Then we have four smaller areas. One is going to be in Des Plaines, Rockford, Fairview Heights, and Marion, Illinois. When you apply for your position, make sure you look at what location the job is posted out of. Sometimes positions will be saying Chicago, sometimes they'll say Springfield. We've had times where people have applied for a position in Springfield thinking the position's in Chicago, and then, unfortunately, they won't be able to take the job for Chicago if it's not posted in Chicago. So you have to make sure you look at what location each position is posted. Here on the pictures, this is our beautiful building down in Springfield. It's a great space. This is where you'll be working if you are able to go to our headquarters and you get a position with the state, directly with Department of Revenue. Uh, a lot of these positions that you will be in Springfield is because that's our headquarters. We have about 1,100 employees out of our Springfield office. A lot of our positions require you to come into the office due to the restriction of the information you have access to. Taxpayer information is very critical, and because of that, you had to come into the office for some of these. So a lot of times those opportunities to work remote is not an option due to those. But there's some positions that do have those remote options. So just depending on which department and which area you work for, you'll be able to be allowed to be able to work remote. Some positions you are not able to work remote just because of your department area. So depending on which department area you're at, that's kind of how that works. So, great thing about working for the state of Illinois, we do work 37 and a half hours per week. Our schedule traditionally is Monday through Friday. You start off earning up to 10 vacation days per year. Once you get to 25 years with the state, you get up to 25 days vacation. We do get 13 paid holidays per year. We get two more than the federal government. We get Lincoln's birthday and we get Black Friday. Our vacation does roll over and our sick time does roll over. We do have a flexible work schedule depending on which program area you work for. Remote work may be an option for some positions, not all. So understand if a position doesn't say on the posting it's remote, it might not be remote. So keep an open mind on those. As of today, we do have parental leave options. We go out to 12 weeks of paid leave. Um, we have very generous time off packages. Not only do you receive your vacation time plus your sick time, every year the state will give you 3 personal days for time off. So some of the great benefits for working for the state of Illinois, as of day one, you will receive medical, dental, vision, and life insurance. There are no waiting periods for these. We do offer some pre-tax programs such as dependent care, a health savings program that you're able to take when you leave the state. We do have a commuter savings program. We have a Be Well program, which is a statewide wellness program offered to all employees. It offers awareness of, you know, articles, webinars, resources for finance, health, and fitness. Some additional benefits that we have that are not posted are our accident insurance coverage, our critical illness coverage, hospital indemnity, legalese, identity theft protection, pet insurance, auto and home insurance, purchasing power, adoption, and weight loss benefit. So, as a state government employee, you may be eligible for Public Service Loan Forgiveness Program. This program frees the remaining balance of your direct loans after you have made 120 qualifying monthly payments. Once you have made your repayment plan working as a full-time employee, then you'll be able to have that public service loan forgiveness. The Illinois Department of Revenue offers tuition reimbursement. It's up to $5,000 per fiscal year for all full-time employees. It covers up to 100% of tuition and lab fees for any accredited public institution, and about 80% for accredited private institution. The state of Illinois also offers a pension and deferred compensation. That's another revenue stream for retirement. Also, if an employee works for the state of Illinois for at least 20 years, the state will pay the employee's premium upon retirement. We do have a 529 college savings plan enrollment. It is available through the state of Illinois Treasurer's Office. One of the great benefits of a career with the Illinois Department of Revenue is our commitment to career advancement. Some of our frontline supervisors and upper management have started their careers in training title. Um, Illinois Department of Revenue employers have the choice and they support the development of our staff to help them further their careers. Um, with, sorry, with the state of Illinois in general, if you are in one of those union positions, you're able to enroll into the upper mobility program. This is a part of the master agreement with between ASME and the state of Illinois. Is for career mobility programs. This is designed to give state employees an opportunity to advance in more challenging and higher paying positions. There is 21 targeted titles with the state of Illinois, where we have three of those positions. We have the revenue tax specialist training, the revenue auditor training, and the collection officer training. Um, Employers can work towards advancing their and following their career paths for data processing, service accounting, criminal justice, and the completion of their education programs to design and their skilled knowledge to be to the advancement of those positions. Upon to be certified members, so once they are approved and receive a career, and they meet with a career counselor, they will assist them to identify an appropriate job title and a career path. Union members and their families can earn associate's degree with a non-out-of-pocket costs through a partnership between ASME and the Eastern Gateway Community College. ASME members and the children, stepchildren, grandchildren, siblings, parents, and financial dependents are eligible for free college benefits to earn an associate's online for free. There are a variety of courses of study available, including healthcare management, labor, criminal justice, accounting, early childhood education. The students can focus on labor studies, programming, cybersecurity, finance, marketing, human resources, and more. All of these programs are strictly through the union. So if you're a union member, you're able to get into that associate's degree program. Um, if you do require to have an additional language, some of the posting will say this posting has an option for language. We'll say like SS for Spanish speaking, CS for Chinese speaking, PS for Polish speaking. If the posting states that there's a language option for it, then that position requires you to have that language. You'll take a test for it, and then you'll be able to receive an additional 5% to your base pay. So the hiring process, if you pass the minimum qualifications, meaning you answer all your questions and you meet the minimum requirements for the posting, a lot of time it's going to have a minimum qualification saying this is the number of years of of college, number of years of high school, number of years of either you're required to have a bachelor's degree, either you're required to have a master's degrees. As long as you meet that minimum requirement, plus you answer all your questions on your application, these application questions are going to be graded based on what you answer and what it has on your resume. So if you have a position on your resume, if you answer a question on your application and you don't have it on your resume, you will not receive a score for that answer. So a lot of times people will tell us we have experience in something on their application, but then on the resume they don't have it. So we're not able to match that information. You won't receive full credit for that. Uh, so as I said earlier, once you set up a profile on work.illinois.gov, you're going to upload your resume. You're going to make sure you include all details. You want to make sure you include your transcripts or a copy of your diploma. If you do have your transcripts, some agencies require you to have certified transcripts. Some agencies require you to have a unofficial transcript, just depending on which agency you apply for. For us, as of now, if you have a certified, we will greatly appreciate it. But if you have an unofficial, we'll be able to accept it, unless it's for a position that requires us to look at and make sure you have a specific degree. IDOR will contact you for an interview. This could take anywhere between 4 to 12 weeks, depending on the number of candidates applying for a position. Candidates answering the application questions incorrectly will receive an automated email within 24 to 48 hours, letting them know they didn't meet the minimum qualification. So understand, if you didn't receive an email within 24 and 48 hours from your application process, that means you're still in the running. So sometimes it might take 4 months, sometimes it might take 6 months to receive an email from us letting you have an interview. And all the time people, they kind of forget. So just keep a watch for our emails, specifically when you put in an application. And if you didn't receive that first email within your first 24, 48 hours letting you know you didn't meet the minimum qualification, you're still in the running. So just keep looking for that email. So interviews with the state of Illinois. We encourage everybody to make sure to show their knowledge regarding you know, what they bring to the table. So articulate your main points, add details when necessary, uh, but don't lose focus on the main idea. Answer the question, show how passionate you are, let them see you're genuinely interested about what they do and what you possibly are going to be doing. Use your past experience and build on it as your foundation. Whenever possible, be direct and narrate your answers as your role itself. Lastly, show confidence. Understand what gives you confidence. and show your full potential. Uh, a lot of times people are nervous during the process when they're going through the interview. The best thing I tell people is try to practice. Because our interviews are via Cisco WebEx, you're going to be front facing into a computer. Try to practice that. Try to go on Zoom and practice with somebody from your family members, a friend. Practice talking with somebody online, being on camera. Um, Most of our interviews have a three-panel members. They'll talk about the process. They'll have you brief description. Uh, because all job seekers are going to have the same questions, make sure you review the questions, understand the question, make sure you answer all parts of the questions. A lot of times, some questions have multiple parts, and if you only answer one or two parts of the questions, you will not complete full credit. So, make sure you're looking at those questions, listen to them, and be able to um, provide answers to all parts of the questions. Unfortunately, no notes are able to be taken during the interview process. So, it's a little bit different than when you're doing an interview at certain places. When you're doing it in person, you have notes. For this one, you're not able to have that, but you do have the chat box and you're able to utilize the chat box um, during that process. So utilize the chat box. That is the way you're able to utilize your notes is by using the chat box. So if you need to write something, utilize the chat box as your in your note taking. There's no paper or anything that you have to have. So you have a very clear desk when you're doing an interview. So use the chat box. So salary justification tips. Know your worth and articulate it. Provide reasons why your education level warrants a higher salary. Give examples of skill set, experience, and accomplishments. And please do not disclose your current salary in your justification letter. Per the Illinois Equal Pay Act, agents should not consider or rely their voluntary disclosures of salary history or factor determining whether to offer a job application to employment. So why revenue? As we wrap up, I want to remind you that you should consider the state of Illinois, specifically the Illinois Department of Revenue, because we are very successfully to recruit and hire inclusive, highly qualified, and diverse workforce. We support this through our DIA activities. Our committee is involved in helping us reach our hiring goals. As you saw the Wheeler Ice building previously, this is our building here in Chicago. We're so lucky to have two of the largest offices, both in our beautiful spaces, which really support our commitment to creating a positive and work environment. In Springfield, we have on-site daycare. We offer public education seminars across the state for all taxpayers. We have a recreation club, and this recreation club is great. These activities go from having um, after hours activities, having contests like a chili contest, from um, working to have donations for nonprofit organizations. And it's a very great program that assists all employees to be inclusive together and work together in the same space. The great thing about the Illinois Department of Revenue, as for myself being a Department of Revenue employee, I would say it's a great space to learn. There's always learning opportunities. You could grow from within because we're always are giving different opportunities of classes or different types of trainings. I previously worked for another agency and we didn't have that. Here we do. So I really been enjoying the time I worked here with the Department of Revenue. So for anybody who does have questions, I did put our email address on the screen. It's rev.idorcareers@illinois.gov. You're welcome to reach out to me directly via email. My name is Johnny Rodriguez. We will be looking through the chat box and see if we're able to answer some questions. Brent and Lance, if you guys want to answer some questions, please let me know.
I believe me and Lance got most of the questions completed on your chat.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Anybody have any additional questions?
So on the public service administrator positions, titles, which title is it the one that we mostly hire here in Department of Revenue?
Option 2,
Option 2. Okay.
which is a finance accounting background. And those usually work in our uh, what I call tax land, but those are our major program areas. That's taxpayer services, account processing, and audit and collections.
Now, the 4 years of college, so let's say they have a degree in a non-traditional, so let's say it's in general studies with concentration in accounting. Does that still count as far as their education?
Uh, they would look at your education and a combination of your experience. So say you only have 2 years worth of education in accounting, but you have, say 6 years working in a, bank, as a loan processor, they're gonna take that extra 2 years and apply it to your education, or should. So then you meet the minimum qualifications.
So when it comes down to qualifications, that's all really based off CMS. They're the ones that do that for us. So we just go off what I guess they say qualifies you. That's not an internal revenue thing.
Okay. So we don't have any additional questions as of now. All right. Recently got a Google IT certification and I just started to look for customer support positions. Do you have any advice on the next steps needed for me to get foot in the door?
So earlier I put the link to get on the state website, upload your resume, and as Johnny said over and over, receive alerts, sign up for alerts for IT positions you're interested in. And once a week, or you can set it up daily, you'll get an alert when something's open in an area you're interested in, Jeff.
CMS also has counselors that you can set appointments for to go over your resume.
Yeah, I would follow up with everybody on this call today. I'll send you the link with the direct email for career counseling directly with CMS, cms.careercounseling@illinois.gov. So those that are interested, I will be emailing you at the end of our call today.
Thank you, Michael.
Also, the Department of Innovation and Technology has a new internship IT apprenticeship program, both in Springfield and in the Chicagoland area.
Okay.
In the Chicago area, it's going to be with Harold Washington. In the Springfield is with what's the college down there, Brent?
UIS, Lincoln Land.
Lincoln Land. That's who they have the program with. If you have an engineering degree, how do you move forward? I would reach out directly to CMS Career Counseling. Some of our other agencies have those opportunities for engineering, depending if it's civil engineering, if it's electrical engineering. So I would reach out directly to CMS Career Counseling to receive all the different opportunities that are available through all state agencies under the governor's office.
Department of Transportation hires a lot of engineers.
We got that state power plant behind us. There's some bunch of engineers and
That's Secretary of State.
Oh, that's Secretary.
So Secretary of State has a separate hiring system. So make sure you check theirs out too. I don't know what the link is to it, but Secretary of State is separate, and their salaries are comparable to the agencies and titles underneath the governor.
Melanie, just sign up and be on the lookout. I do have some paralegal positions coming available for Chicagoland in the next, hopefully next 2 weeks. HR, we do have some positions, posted currently and one more coming in the next couple weeks, hopefully. A lot of those are bargaining unit, a lot of people have bargaining rights for those positions, but if no one does, it'll go to interview.
So as of today, what we have currently posted for revenue, as I said, this changes on a daily basis. So today it could be 1, as you see here, revenue audit supervisor, and tomorrow it could go up to 10. So it just changes on a daily basis. So what I tell people, sign up, set up a profile, upload your resume, set up to receive those email alerts whenever those opportunities become available. But yeah, this was in the Chicagoland area. It's a revenue auditor supervisor position. This position is not um, a PSA position, so uh, please review it. As I said, for the dates, which are very important to look at, this one closes on November the 3rd at 11:59, so you need to apply by 11:59. At 12 a.m. on 11 the 4th, this position will be closed, and you will not be able to apply for this position. For project manager positions, are there any available, Brent?
I just filled one, for Springfield area. I don't see any coming soon for us, but that can change.
We usually get a couple a year.
Yeah, 1 or 2 a year.
So somebody says they have a technical management degree. Are there any positions related to that field of study?
Can you explain what a technical management degree is?
I was gonna Google it. Technical.
We will. We will be sharing our recording. We posted on our website all of our calls, previous calls. You'll be able to see on our website. Once you go to tax.illinois.gov, you go under About Us, Careers and Employment. There's one of the links that says our previous videos, and you'll be able to see all of our recordings.
Technical management is somatic efforts used to deployment of a system or process and then balancing its costs, effectiveness, and supportability during its life cycle.
Technical and management degree looks like it's be something more geared towards IT, and that would fall more under Do It, which they're probably have several positions posted under that. Um, we have a position that'll be posted here probably soon under Public Service Administrator title that does web development in our communications and policy and communications program area. But it'll be an option 2, I believe, because of the tax information that they'll have to have some familiarity with.
So I share the email for those who want to receive career counseling through Central Management Services, cms.counseling by email at illinois.gov. As I said there, you send them a copy of your resume, a copy of your transcripts, and you let them know what type of opportunities you're looking for. They traditionally reach out to you anywhere between 72 to 90 hours, it said. What they'll reach out to you and let you know is these are the current job postings that we have throughout the state of Illinois Department under the governor's office. These are the positions that closely match what your experience is. So for those who might not have experience to work with Department of Revenue and are looking for more specific, let's say in IT or any other field, please do reach out to CMS Counseling by email at illinois.gov. Are there any IT quality assurance or manager leader roles that will open? As I said, for those that are in IT, the Department of Innovation Technology, they're the main agency who does all the IT for all other agencies under the governor's office. So you got to utilize the same webpage, the work4.illinois.gov. They're all job posting for all state agencies under the governor's office. You'll just have to look under specifically for the Department of Innovation Technology.
Just to clarify, the majority of information technology positions, they have been pulled up into the Department of Innovation and Technology. So there's very few of those positions that are still under individual agencies. We have a handful of them that actually work in our building, but they report to do it. So if you're looking into the IT field, you would definitely want to look at the Department of Innovation and Technology.
Any internal audit or regulatory compliance manager roles?
We do have an internal audit department. From, I don't know what their hiring looks like right now. I heard,
some management.
I heard that they were gonna hire a few more, but that's kind of up in the air at the moment. We're clarifying some of their positions, which would be getting them ready to be able to post those. So keep an eye out for that. But just about every single agency has an internal audit department. And for the regulatory compliance, just about every single one of our tax program areas has technical positions that do regulatory compliance. Also our audit department. I know there's another area that does that. So it would be one of those things where you just keep an eye on the system for positions related to those things.
Well, there's no additional questions. Thank you, Brent. Thank you, Lance. We will end our call today. As I said, everybody who attended this event today, I will be following up via email. We will have our contact information, and if you have any additional questions, please reach out.
Thank you, Johnny. That was really good.
Thank
Thank
you.
Thank you, Jackie. Jackie.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you, Brett. Brent.